All right, so I started recording this. I was actually ill prepared. As you can see, there's no audio in the background here. So I'm just going to kind of commentate on what's happening. If you see, I'm on the start of my second turn here. I drew an insanely good hand. It's probably one of the best draws that you can have. So I figure I'm going up some sort of runes or enchantment deck here. And as you can see, he has me sacrifice to hopefully get that indestructible, just get it out of the way, and then comes up with another enchantment to be able to clear my board. So at this point I am a little concerned. I'm like, well, I'm not doing so great, but he used a lot of his removal already. Hopefully he doesn't have more. And then he decides to skip his turn. So that really scared me because I had planned to use this right here, this March, to do the 2 damage. But then I was like, well, he probably has some sort of snakeskin veil or something, and worst comes to worst, he just plays out the rest of his enchantments, and I get out, most of the real threats to my deck here. I go with a simple +1/+1 for each samurai or warrior, and then another one that just taps 1 creature when you attack with 1 samurai. And I figure that he's scrying for either some sort of removal spell, meaning that either those were lands or something that wouldn't be able to take care of the big threats on board here. I was like, well, I could get some extra damage in here. I think I'm going to try. Easy 4. Easy 4 damage. Grab a simple artifact here. And you see, I actually lost my land here. I unfortunately was unable to draw a land, which really kind of put us in the wrong spot. But then he farewells, and I figure, well, I got to start over. It's kind of a shitty situation to be in, but you make do with what you have. You place, the things you can place, and you hope that you draw a land next turn. And at this point, I'm already so far behind in lands that I figure I probably don't have a chance. And if he's gaining life and all this, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him. But then I do draw this Braid, which I figure I could just pick off the first strike damage here, so that way I can at least get in for some damage, because I figure if he does block, he's going to block with the middle creature there, the cleric that draws a card and gains a life. So I was like, well, instead of a Braid, I'll just use the 2 damage, waste my whole turn doing this, since a Braid would actually be better if there's some sort of artifact or something I could destroy that I'm unable to. Yeah, he takes the trade. So now he's starting with a 1/1, and I'm really concerned because he starts to play this 4/4, which just makes more creatures. But I do have a Valorous Stance that I drew from earlier, so I play it. Make sure to get that thing dead, so I'm not taking even more damage every turn, and he's gaining life. At this point, just kind of grinding out the mid game here. I'm glad that he doesn't have he doesn't have anything to really bounce, so it's actually better for us in terms of what kind of damage we have to worry about here. I figure he's not gonna attack, but then he does this, and I was like, okay, maybe it's an accident. I play a land, equip this, so that way if it dies, I can get the damage from it. Decide to abrade him here just so he can't block. Get off 10 damage this turn. Yep. 10 damage. And now I don't have to worry much about anything besides a top deck, Oh, that's a good card, but that's not gonna be quick enough because I also have a Maul of the Skyclaves, which is game at that point. So he can't draw it, then he loses. And that right there kind of just shows you the neat little alchemy samurai deck that I made. I used a little bit of the basis from it, from the event, because there was a that one that drafts cards is ridiculous. Like, it's actually ridiculous. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I'll have some sound up for you guys.